All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to Matt's Off the Cuff Gaming. I am your host, Matt, and here in part 3, we are ready to go jump into Chora's Den here on the Citadel. Thank you so much for being a part of this broadcast.
That's him.
Oh, what's going on here? Hello. You be gone. What?
Those were Saren's men. Perimeter clear.
Okay. Ashley, we're going to give you this Banshee. Kaden, you only use pistols, so we're going to give you the Edge 3.
Alliance military. I could have been a Marine, you know. Instead, I joined the goddamn Citadel security. Biggest mistake of my life.
Where's Garrus?
I'm looking for a C-Sec officer, a Turian named Garrus.
Garrus? You must be one of Captain Anderson's crew. Poor bastard, still trying to bring Saren down, eh? I know where Garrus is, but you gotta tell me something first. Did the captain let you in on his big secret?
Is there something I should know about the captain?
The captain used to be a Spectre. Didn't know that, did you? It was all very hush-hush. The first human ever given that honor, and then he blew it. Screwed up his mission so bad they kicked him out. Of course, he blames Saren. Says the Turians set him up.
Probably did. And if you would have read the book, you would know how he set him up too. But that's not why I'm here.
Just tell me where Garrus went.
Garrus was sniffing around Dr. Michelle's office. She runs the med clinic on the other side of the wards. Last I heard, he was going back there.
Yeah, we were just there.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, good. Go. Let me drink it in peace.
General Septimus.
Commander, what do you want?
What's bothering you, General?
I've seen a lot of horrible things in my days, and there's only one woman in this damn galaxy that helps me forget it.
So if you feel that way, then why spread lies about her?
Because she rejected me. Me! Septimus Oraka, General of the Turian Fleet.
Yeah, you are pathetic.
I think I can see why you're upset, but spreading these lies won't make it better.
Look, kid, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but don't waste your time.
Straighten up.
General, did you ever win a battle by moping in a bar?
Ha, war. That's what this feels like, all right. How did I let it come to this? So you think it's that easy? Just straighten up and act like a general?
I don't think it could hurt.
Huh. Maybe you're right, Commander. Shaira's worth the effort. Even if she won't have me back.
Glad to hear it.
This is no place for someone of your stature, General.
All right. I'll go to her. After I've had a cold shower or two. Say, you're a bright kid. Would you be interested in earning a few extra credits?
Sure.
What do you want me to do?
There's an L-Corps diplomat out there who believes Shaira gave up his secrets.
Why does he think that?
Because I told him, Look, I just need you to convince him of the truth.
Okay.
What makes you think he'll believe me?
You'll bring him proof. Take this datapad. It shows where I got my info. It will exonerate Shira and convince the Elcor.
Who am I taking it to, and where is he?
His name is Zoltan. He's an Elcor diplomat. He's over in the embassies complaining about Shira. Well, here's to soldiers acting like soldiers. Thanks, Commander. You know, you might make a good general yourself one day.
Hard to imagine a general like that getting so upset about a woman.
That's because you don't understand.
That was a good line by Ashley. Okay.
Sorry, I'll get to you when I can. Why didn't Captain Anderson tell us he used to be a Spectre?
Maybe it's not true. Harkin's an ass, but he's just messing with our heads.
He probably...
Okay,
I didn't tell anyone, I swear.
That was smart, Doc. Now if Garrus comes around, you stay smart. Keep your mouth shut or we'll... Who are you? Let her go.
Ah!
jeez. Okay, yeah, you throw him.
I think we
Not in
got
the middle of a fight! You can keep...
Perfect timing, Shepard. Gave me a clear shot at that bastard.
Dude, you shot that guy when he was... when he had a hold of a hostage. That was incredibly reckless.
What were you thinking? You could have hit the hostage.
There wasn't time to think. I just reacted. I didn't mean to... Dr. Michelle, are you hurt?
No, I'm okay. Thanks to you. All of you.
I know those men threaten
Yeah.
you, but if you tell us who they work for, we can protect you.
They work for Feast. They wanted to shut me up, keep me from telling Garrus about the Quarian.
What Quarian?
A few days ago, a Quarian came by my office. She'd been shot, but she wouldn't tell me who did it. I could tell she was scared, probably on the run. She asked me about the Shadow Broker. She wanted to trade information in exchange for a safe place to hide.
Where is she now?
I put her in contact with Fist. He's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
Not anymore. Now he works for Saren. And the Shadow Broker isn't too happy about it.
Fist betrayed the Shadow Broker? That's stupid even for him. Saren must have made him quite the offer.
That Quarian must have something Saren wants. Something worth crossing the Shadow Broker to get.
She must have something that proves he's a traitor. Did the Quarian mention anything about Saren or the Geth?
She did. The information she was going to trade. She said it had something to do with the Geth.
She must be able to link Saren to the Geth. There is no way the Council can ignore this.
We gotta find her.
Time we paid Fist a visit.
This is your show, Shepard. But I want to bring Saren down as much as you do. I'm coming with you.
Sure.
Welcome aboard, Garrus.
You know, we aren't the only ones going after Fist. The Shadow Broker hired a Krogan bounty hunter named Wrex to take him out.
Yeah, we heard about him.
We could use him.
A Krogan might come in handy.
Last I heard, he was at the C-Sec Academy.
What's he doing there?
Fist accused him of making threats. We brought Wrex in for a little talk. If you hurry, you can catch him at the Academy before he leaves.
Move out.
Okay, yeah, let's take Ashley and Garrus. Tech squad. Okay, we'll add to my own. Get dampening. Huh? Oh, shoot. Alright, C-Sec is down this way, so let's... Really? Alright, let's go find Wrex.
I'm surprised to see you on the front lines, Chief Williams. Most women I've observed in your Alliance military serve in support roles.
It's becoming more common, but it took a long time to prove that ladies could handle an assault rifle or a shotgun.
I doubt anyone who saw your skill under fire could remain skeptical.
How does Garrus know anything about Ashley? Hey! Look, I'm gonna do this self-defense move on you. This is the stance. I call it the loose arm stance. Oh no, dude, you got it all wrong. Oh, here's Wrex.
Witnesses saw you making threats in Fist's bar. Stay away from him.
I don't take orders from you.
This is your only warning, Wrex.
You should warn Fist. I will kill him.
You want me to arrest you?
I want you to try.
Go on.
Oh, goodness.
Get out of here.
Do I know you, human?
My name is Shepard.
My name's Shepard. I'm going after Fist. Thought you might want to come along.
Shepard. Commander Shepard. I've heard a lot about you. We're both warriors, Shepard. Out of respect, I'll give you a fair warning. I'm going to kill Fist.
Fist knows you're coming. We'll have a better chance if we all work together.
My people have a saying. Seek the enemy of your enemy, and you will find a friend.
Welcome aboard, Wrex.
Glad to have you on the team, Wrex.
Let's go. I hate to keep Fist waiting.
Okay. Yeah, let's take Wrex and Garrus. Okay. Nothing's up here. At least not right now.
Looks like it's shut down.
Watch out!
Stop right there. Don't come any closer.
Warehouse workers. All the real guards must be dead.
Stay back or we'll shoot.
You better save yourselves, guys.
This would be a good time to find somewhere else to work.
Yeah, right. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I never liked Fist anyway.
It would have been quicker to just kill them.
Shooting people isn't always the answer.
That is true. Hang on one second. I got another text I have to respond to here. 1 second. Shouldn't take too much longer. Okay. Alright. That didn't take too long. Alright, we have a weapons locker here. Easy decryption. Ah! Try it again. What did we get? A new sniper rifle, shotgun, and assault rifle. I don't think it's anything.
I surrender.
You...
Where's the Quarian?
She's not here. I don't know where she is. That's the truth.
He's no use to you now. Let me kill him.
Wait. I don't know where the Quarian is, but I know where you can find her. The Quarian isn't here. Said she'd only deal with the Shadow Broker himself.
Face to face? Impossible. Even I was hired through an agent.
Nobody meets the Shadow Broker, ever. Even I don't know his true identity. But she didn't know that. I told her I'd set a meeting up. But when she shows up, it'll be Saren's men waiting for her.
Oh, yeah. No.
Tell me where that meeting is before I blow your lying head off.
Here on the wards, the back alley by the markets. She's supposed to meet them right now. You can make it if you hurry. What are you doing?
The Shadow Broker paid me to kill him. I don't leave jobs half done.
Yeah, Wrex, there's lots of ways we could have faked his death. We could have, there's a lot of things we could have done, Wrex.
We don't shoot unarmed prisoners.
How many people died because of him?
A lot.
He brought this on himself.
True.
Besides, we have more pressing concerns.
Also true.
The Quarian's dead if we don't go now.
Okay. I hate timers in games. It's one of my biggest pet peeves.
Take cover. Enemy sighted.
Stop shooting me.
Perimeter clear.
You're good to go.
Did you bring it?
Where's the Shadow Broker? Where's Fist?
They'll be here. Where's the evidence?
No way. The deal's off.
Nice. Yeah, let me sabotage your weapon there. My gun is still overheated. Hey, you're cheesed.
Just set me up. I knew I couldn't trust him.
Dude was stuck in the geometry of the game. Are you alright?
Were you hurt in the fight?
I know how to look after myself. Not that I don't appreciate the help. Who are you?
I am a friend of yours. Your dad and I actually were roommates in college.
My name's Shepard. I'm looking for evidence to prove Saren's a traitor.
Then I have a chance to repay you for saving my life. But not here. We need to go somewhere safe.
We could take her to the human embassy. Your ambassador will want to see this anyway.
You're not making my life easy, Shepard. Firefights in the wards, an all-out assault on Chora's den. Do you know how many... Who's this? The Quarian? What are you up to, Shepard?
She can help us.
Making your day, Ambassador. She has information linking Saren to the Geth.
Really? Maybe you better start at the beginning, Miss...
My name is Tali. Tali Zora Naraya.
We don't see many Quarians here. Why did you leave the flotilla?
I was on my pilgrimage. My rite of passage into adulthood.
Pilgrimage?
I've never heard of this before.
It is a tradition among my people. When we reach maturity, we leave the ships of our parents and our people behind. Alone, we search the stars, only returning to the flotilla once we have discovered something of value. In this way, we prove ourselves worthy of adulthood.
So it's like that Amish thing. What kind of things do you bring back?
What kinds of things do you look for?
It could be resources like food or fuel, or some type of useful technology, or even knowledge that will make life easier on the flotilla. Through our pilgrimage, we prove that we will contribute to the community, rather than being a burden on our limited resources.
Okay.
Tell us what you found.
During my travels, I began hearing reports of Geth. Since they drove my people into exile, the Geth have never ventured beyond the Veil. I was curious. I tracked a patrol of Geth to an uncharted world. I waited for one to become separated from its unit. Then I disabled it and removed its memory core.
I thought the Geth fried their memory cores when they died. Some kind of defense mechanism.
What did you find out?
Most of the core was wiped clean, but I salvaged something from its audio banks.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
That's Saren's voice. This proves he was involved in the attack.
Saren won't get out of this one.
Wait, there's more. Saren wasn't working alone.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
I don't recognize that other voice, the one talking about Reapers.
Are they some kind of new alien species?
According to the memory core, the Reapers were a hyper-advanced machine race that existed 50,000 years ago. The Reapers hunted the Protheans to total extinction, and then they vanished. At least, that's what the Geth believe.
Sounds a little far-fetched.
The vision on Eden Prime. I understand it now. I saw the Protheans being wiped out by the Reapers.
The Geth revere the Reapers as gods, the pinnacle of non-organic life. And they believe Saren knows how to bring the Reapers back.
The Council is just going to love this.
Yeah, well, they have to. They need to know.
The Reapers are a threat to every species in Citadel space. We have to tell them.
No matter what they think about the rest of this, those audio files prove Saren's a traitor.
The Captain's right. We need to present this to the Council right away.
What about her? The Quarian?
My name is Tali. You saw me in the alley, Commander. You know what I can do. Let me come with you.
What about your pilgrimage?
I thought you were on your pilgrimage.
The pilgrimage proves we are willing to give of ourselves for the greater good. What does it say about me if I turn my back on this? Saren is a danger to the entire galaxy. My pilgrimage can wait.
I'll take all the help I can get.
Thanks. You won't regret this.
Anderson and I will go ahead to get things ready with the Council. Take a few minutes to collect yourself, then meet us in the tower.
Okay, alright, so we have everybody here except for our last one. So we're going to go back to the Citadel Tower. Let's go ahead and let's go back with our human squad here as we head back to the tower. And I am getting a lot of messages here. Hang on again. Ugh. Alright, okay, so we're back here. Oh yeah, let's go, turn this quest in.
Strange greeting, human.
Strange greeting,
This is
human.
really not a good time.
I can help you.
I know who revealed your secret. It was a Turian named Septimus.
Unbelieving. I know this Septimus, and he could not learn my secrets. The only way he could learn them is from the Asari consort.
Not true. Look at this.
Confused. This is difficult to fathom. If the Turian could learn this on his own, dismayed, anyone can discover my secret.
The Septimus is a powerful man, and it wasn't easy for him to find.
Relieved. I suppose you are correct, human. Thank you for this information. Startled realization. I must speak with the consort. She will be most displeased with my actions. Anxious request. Please, human, if you will excuse me, I must go now.
I'm sure she'll forgive you. It was an honest mistake.
Doubtful. Perhaps you are right, human. I can only hope so. Thankful. That was a great thing you did, Commander. Approving. You see, then, not all humans are as you say.
I'm sure the Earth Clan stands to profit from this in some way.
Apologetic. Do not listen to my Volus compatriot. It was a good thing you did, regardless of your intentions.
That's right. That's right. It's a good thing we did it. Oh, gotta sneeze.
Excuse me, Commander Shepard. Could you spare a moment of your
Ooh. That was a violent sneeze. Oh,
Commander
gotta do it again.
My name is Samesh Bhatia. Forgive the intrusion, but I have nowhere else to turn.
Whew, man. Happy to help.
It's no trouble. What can I do for you?
My wife was a Marine. She was in the 212 on Eden Prime.
Wait, the 212? Your wife was serviceman Nirali Bhatia. I'm Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams. I served in her unit.
Chief Williams, it is a pleasure. Nirali spoke of you with great respect.
I'm so sorry for your loss, Mr. Bhatia. Nirali was a good woman. What can we do for you?
I've requested that my wife's body be returned to me for cremation, but the military has refused my request.
I can put in a word with the embassy and speed things along.
The man in charge of my case is Mr. Bosker. When I last saw him, he was in the expensive bar over there. Thank you for your time. I just want to give my wife a proper funeral, and the respect she deserves.
My goodness, you're Commander Shepard. Your activities made for quite a briefing in the Diplomatic Corps. Is there something I can do to assist you?
Yes. A man named Samesh Bhatia is having some trouble claiming his wife's body.
Ah, Mr. Bhatia. A good man in an understandably frustrating position. I wish I could help him. Serviceman Nirali Bhatia died on Eden Prime, as Mr. Bhatia no doubt told you. Her wounds are inconsistent with any type of weapon damage we've seen before. That is why her body is being held.
You think her body might be dangerous or contaminated?
No, Commander. Nirali Bhatia is not dangerous. Her body is in fact extremely valuable to the Alliance. The tests we're conducting may lead to better defenses against Geth attacks. Respectfully, Serviceman Bhatia may save more lives in death than she did in life.
How long do you think the research is going to take?
This is a long-term study. I wouldn't expect the bodies to be released for a year or longer.
You've got to have a lot of bodies. Can't you release one?
Very few bodies had this new type of weapon damage, and very few were in good enough condition to study. Beyond that, Commander, we need as many bodies as we can to get a reasonable sample size.
When will this research result in actual new technology?
If we're lucky, we'll actually realize usable technology from this study in a few years.
I understand what you're trying to do, but holding the body is wrong.
Commander, you of all people should understand how far we must go to protect humanity.
Hey, thanks for joining in the game here. I appreciate the well wishes. Thank you for watching. I kind of want to say, at what cost?
Is this what I'm out there fighting for? A government that steals the bodies of its honored dead?
All right, Commander. You win. It was hard enough refusing Mr. Bhatia. I'm not going to risk an incident by refusing you. Tell Samesh that the body is being shipped back to Earth. I'll go now to see to it myself.
Okay, let's head back down. Mr. Bhatia, your wife is coming home.
Hello again, Commander. Has there been any word?
I reminded Mr. Bosker what we're fighting for.
No, this is not my first full-time playthrough.
Thank you. I will return home and begin my
playing this through.
It does not bring me happiness. But
I am playing this through different than what I normally would play through. But I'm playing a different class of character and whatnot.
I don't know if this helps,
but
your wife,
yeah, this is not my first time.
Nerali, loved
I'm
you
actually a
very
huge
much.
fan of this universe.
So
I know some people like to only watch blind playthroughs, and I totally get that. And if that's what you're looking for, then I would encourage you to stick around. Though, feel free to hang out. But if that's what you're looking for, I do understand that too. So, but no, this is not my first time. I am going through through an ultimate completionist playthrough with this through this version. And what really kind of prompted me to do this was recently I've actually hit like 3 or 4 first-time blind playthroughs on Mass Effect on 4 different YouTube channels, fairly small channels. That's what I usually kind of focus on, and it kind of whetted my appetite to play this again. I did play this when the Legendary Edition came out 2 years ago, and I live streamed all 3 games on my YouTube channel. Mass Effect 2 and 3 are there. Mass Effect 1, my videos got deleted. I was kind of talking about that in video 1 that I recorded last night. Yeah, YouTube said I violated their terms of service, which they never specified what I did. So it was very strange. It's the only time they've ever contacted me about anything. It's like, I'm such a small channel. Why would you come after me? But, so I'm in the process of replaying this and putting the videos back up on YouTube for what I call my definitive playthrough. So, I've never actually played through as an Infiltrator. That's what I'm playing through now. And I typically in the past when I would play, like I played Mass Effect 3 a ton, and I was really big. You do not like blind playthroughs? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you're looking through. I like to see, when I say I like blind playthroughs, I like when I watch other people play for the first time. I typically tend to focus on like big parts of the story, and I like to see the reaction to it. I kind of like that aspect of it. If it's just them running around, it does get a little boring. One of my favorite streamers on YouTube, his name's Oxhorn. He's big in the Fallout community, but Oxhorn also live streamed all 3 versions of all 3 games here a couple years ago, and I did like to follow him live. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Some of the blind playthroughs some people get really, really, I guess, angry about. Well, they don't want any help, which I get. They want to experience things on their own. But there's so much nuance to this game that sometimes you want to offer some tips and tricks. And I actually made a video on my channel here a couple years ago about first-time players, what they can expect, and some guidance that I kind of gave them. And so, yeah, it's here. Let's head to here while we're talking here. Let's go over to the Citadel Tower. So have you played this? I'm assuming you've played this through all the way as well. Several times. Yeah. I'm gonna pull up my chat on my phone here because on my PlayStation here on my TV only parts of your chat is coming through. 1 second. Yeah, Andromeda not touched. Okay. Yeah, so I played... Actually, I don't know if my Andromeda videos are... Whoa, what just happened there? I literally set my controller down and it did that. I did record 3 episodes of Andromeda. I was playing that blind. And man, I tell you, I really try to give it the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes some games, they mature better over time, and I thought, well, maybe it was just all the hate around it. But I tried it. I played it for about 5 or 6 hours, and man, I just could not get into it. It was boring. The characters were boring. Most of the facial animations and most of the graphical glitches that kind of plagued it at launch, most of that was fixed. And what I kind of equated it to was, I don't know if you're a fan of the Assassin's Creed series, but that's actually one of my favorite series as well. But I never liked Assassin's Creed, the one in France. What was that one called? I totally forgot the name of that one. what the name of it was. I think you know what I'm talking about. But I did not like that game, and recently I went back to it about last year, a year and a half ago, and started to play it because I had never played it because of the bad reviews. Unity, yes, yeah, Assassin's Creed Unity, and I stayed away from it because the French Revolution's not actually one of my. I like history. I never really was into the French Revolution as a historical part because it just never interested me that much, and that's fine. We can't all be interested in everything, and I get it. But I did try it, and obviously all the graphical stuff was fixed. But man, it felt like my character was always running around with a piano on his back. I didn't like the animations. I didn't like the gameplay. I didn't like the story. And I'm a huge fan of most of those titles, but I just didn't like that one. But we don't like it. Not everybody can like everything. I get that. So, but yeah, Andromeda, I never touched it either. Well, beyond just playing it for a couple hours, and really, what I think the big thing about Andromeda compared to the other 3 Mass Effect games is it's not so much that. It's not so much that Andromeda is a bad game. Actually, gameplay-wise, it's actually pretty fun. I actually enjoyed the gameplay elements of it. But I don't think we play Mass Effect for gameplay. I think we play Mass Effect for the story. And, we develop Shepard according to how we want to form Shepard. And whether you play as male Shep or fem Shep, whether you customize your character or not. Like, for me, I typically only play as the default version of male Shepard because that's who Shepard is in my mind's eye, and it's hard for me to play as other versions of Shepard. And Andromeda, there is no Shepard. And yeah, you can make your writer character however you want, but again, he's not dynamic, or she's not dynamic, and I don't know. I think we've grown so attached to Shepard that Mass Effect equals Shepard and Shepard equals Mass Effect. And so when you remove Shepard out of the equation, out of Mass Effect, it makes it really hard for a new game really to kind of, I guess, sink its claws into you and draw you in, because you're no longer invested in the Shepard character. So, I don't know, that's kind of how I look at it. So, Andromeda similar to now to, yeah. Yeah, so for Assassin's Creed, I do admit I love Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I love the ancient Greece, the Peloponnesian War setting, and I guess it was because the gameplay was very smooth. But I did like that story. Origins was okay, the ancient Egypt one, but I don't know. I thought that Odyssey had a good mix of everything, and I do understand it's not a traditional AC game. It's not like Assassin's Creed 2, the Ezio trilogy, and even Assassin's Creed 3, which is I love Assassin's Creed 3. I know a lot of people didn't like it because they didn't like Connor, but I think any protagonist that followed Ezio was going to have a hard time breaking in. But Connor is a very different character, so... You can wait. Okay, no, not a problem. I just appreciate people jumping on here. As you can tell, I don't get a lot of folks jumping on my channel. I'm very small, but I also don't advertise my channel too much, and I'm not the greatest at making videos, so it's probably why I have a very small following. But
come on, Udina's presenting the quarry,
and I don't spend a ton of time doing this either. This is more of a hobby.
The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
You wanted proof? There it is.
This evidence is irrefutable, Ambassador. Saren will be stripped of his Spectre status, and all efforts will be made to bring him in to answer for his crimes.
I recognize the other voice, the one speaking with Saren. Matriarch Benezia.
Another traitor.
She must be working with the Geth, too.
Matriarch Benezia is a powerful biotic, and she had many followers. She will make a formidable ally for Saren.
I'm more interested in the Reapers. What do you know about them?
Only what was extracted from the Geth's memory core. The Reapers were an ancient race of machines that wiped out the Protheans. Then they vanished.
The Geth believe the Reapers are gods, and Saren is the prophet for their return.
We think the conduit is the key to bringing them back. Saren's searching for it. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Do we even know what this conduit is?
Saren thinks it can bring back the Reapers. That's bad enough.
Listen to what you're saying. Saren wants to bring back the machines that wiped out all life in the galaxy? Impossible. It has to be. Where did the Reapers go? Why did they vanish? How come we found no trace of their existence? If they were real, we'd have found something.
I do like how Shepard is very dogmatic here. Like, the Reapers are real. Like Shepard has any more information other than that vision that the Reapers are real.
I tried to warn you about Saren, and you refused to face the truth. Don't make the same mistake again.
This is different. You proved Saren betrayed the Council. We all agree he's using the Geth to search for the conduit, but we don't really know why.
The Reapers are obviously just a myth, Commander. A convenient lie to cover Saren's true purpose. A legend he is using to bend the Geth to his will.
Yeah, Tavos, the Asari counselor, is usually fairly in line and sympathetic with Shepard's cause. Valoran's kind of very... He always takes more of the logical approach. It's the Turian ambassador, I think, that most people have the problem with. I don't have as much of a problem with the council as other players do that have played this game. So it's just one of those things. I just, when you look at it from you put yourself in their shoes and their point of view, they can't make rash decisions because they've got trillions of lives at stake.
50,000 years ago, the Reapers wiped out all galactic civilization. If Saren finds the conduit, it will happen again.
Saren is a rogue agent on the run for his life. He no longer has the rights or resources of a Spectre. The Council has stripped him of his position.
That is not good enough. You know he's hiding somewhere in the Traverse. Send your fleet in!
A fleet cannot track down one man.
A Citadel fleet could secure the entire region. Keep the Geth from attacking any more of our colonies.
Or it could trigger a war with the Terminus systems. We won't be dragged into a galactic confrontation over a few dozen human colonies.
I can take Saren down.
The commander's right. There is a way to stop Saren that doesn't require fleets or armies.
No, it's too soon. Humanity is not ready for the responsibilities that come with joining the Spectres.
You don't have to send a fleet into the Traverse, and the Ambassador gets his human Spectre. Everybody's happy.
Commander Shepard, step forward.
I always think about, like, in Mass Effect 3 when James, or somebody, I think it was James, when somebody said that they were watching the vids back home when he became a Spectre. Always makes me think, was this music playing when everybody else was watching? This very triumphant music.
It is the decision of the Council that you be granted all the powers and privileges of the Special Tactics and Reconnaissance branch of the Citadel.
Spectre.
True. I get that about, their top agent, but I will say, once the evidence, they were looking for evidence, and once the evidence was given to them, they did, without deliberations or anything, they immediately stripped Saren of his rank.
Council, instruments of our will.
Tavos, like I said, Tavos, I usually, I'm along with Valorant and less so Sporadus. He's just a complete, he's just he's a stick in the mud.
First human Spectre, Commander.
Which is ironic, because he's the one who's the most willing to work with humanity in Mass Effect 3.
I'm honored, Counselor.
But I see your point, though.
We're sending you into the Traverse after Saren. He's a fugitive from justice, so you are authorized to use any.
Oh man, you sound just like me. You like the Desmond Saga. I like the Desmond Saga. Yeah, the microtransactions. Yeah, that I will say I'm not a big online player, like in terms of like multiplayer or like anything like that. So, yeah, the microtransaction element of Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla, especially Valhalla, and Valhalla was probably the second game in my history of playing games that I pre-ordered. And I pre-ordered. I bought the most expensive package because I was like, well, I want to get the big thing, so I loved Odyssey. Now I didn't buy the microtransactions within Odyssey. I got them. I got some things I did get for free because it's weird because I play on the PlayStation. Well, I have a PS5 now, but I played on the PS4 and PS3 before it. But I also play on the PC. And my Ubisoft account, it just like magically, like I just got Assassin's Creed games just magically appear in my account. And some of them, I was like for example, Unity, for example, on the PC, I never bought it, but it's in my account and I've played it on the PC. I actually bought it for the PS4 when I tried to play it again, or I think my wife got it for me at some point. I can't remember, but anyway.
Any idea where to find him?
We will forward any relevant files to Ambassador Udina.
You mentioned The Witcher. Are you a fan of The Witcher? I have all 3 games for the PC. I've only played Witcher 3 though.
Congratulations, Commander.
We've got a lot of work to do, Shepard. You're going to need a ship, a crew, supplies.
You'll get access to
every time I try to start.
You should go down to the CSEC Academy and speak to the
Spectre. Oh, it was given free to... Okay, maybe that's why I got it for free.
I'll need your help to set all this up.
I do remember that now.
Not even a thank you from the Ambassador.
Yeah, it does figure.
What do you expect from a politician? Come on.
Right behind you, Commander.
Spectre training unlocked. Okay. What was I going to say? I can't remember. But my dog is sitting here next to me. She doesn't leave my side. Yeah, the microtransaction element of Assassin's Creed, of any game, in my opinion, I mean, it's hitting on your lowest common denominator of your fans. Honestly, it's the people that always have to have that one step up on the next player. I get it. There's a lot of some things just wouldn't be able to survive without it. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a fan of it, but again, I have more discipline than probably others do, so I just ignore it. I don't have to have the visual, because a lot of that stuff is just skins. It's just customization. Okay, let's see. All right, we already talked to Conrad Werner. Oh, we need to go deliver that. Oh, we need to go back to Shira. Yeah, I watched a couple episodes of season 1. Wasn't a fan of it. But again, I don't know a lot about the history of The Witcher. I read enough up on it to understand where Witcher 3 takes place and kind of the history behind it and everything. Every time I play Witcher 3, it's interesting, and I love playing Gwent within the game. I get obsessed with Gwent. But I get about, let's see, well, I do make it to kind of where the Bloody Baron's castle is, and some of those quests, and then of course you can wander your way into the big city. I always forget the name of it, but that's usually where I just, not that I lose interest in the game, but maybe it's so large. And people say it's one of the best stories in games, and I love good stories. I cannot get into it, and sometimes I try to make myself play it and make myself love it, and I just don't. But it's a type of game that I really do enjoy. The open world RPG element of it, and I don't know. Maybe I'll try it again. I try to do a blind. I think so. Yeah, it's on the. You can download it for your mobile devices. I did try to play it. It's a lot different. The PvP version versus what's in the game. It's a lot more complicated. So I tried to get into. I'm a big Horizon fan. Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West. And in Forbidden West, there's a game within the game called Machine Strike. I tried to get into Machine Strike too. It was overly complicated, and I just ignored it. I think where Gwent works is that there's so many cards to collect, and you can play with anybody. Just about everybody's got their own deck. Not only all the merchants, but a lot of the leaders and just random people in the various towns and stuff. You can play with just about anybody within the game, which adds to the appeal. So. Yeah, I wouldn't say I hate it, but it's like I said, it's just the I can't put my finger on what it is that I just not a big fan of on it. And I say not a fan of loosely. It's like I said, I can understand why people do enjoy it. I typically stick to the things that I know. I try to play new games here or there. I'm trying to find my next big game that I'm going to play when it comes out. It's probably going to be Starfield. I really hope Starfield lives up to the hype, though. I'm really worried about it. I wish Elder Scrolls 6 would come out before Starfield, but it's not going to.
Commander, I recently received a lovely note from Septimus. Thank you for speaking with him. Even the Alcor diplomat has withdrawn his campaign against me.
I'm glad I could help you.
It was my honor to aid you.
You are too kind, Commander. But I would not expect you to help me out of the kindness of your heart. I also have one more thing to give you.
Baldur's Gate. Admittedly, I've never played any of the Baldur's Gate games. I've been seeing a lot about Baldur's Gate 3, since it just came out last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever that was. I think it was last week, maybe. I've heard it's like a Dungeons and Dragons, like an isometric game. Is it like Diablo? Is Baldur's Gate very similar to Diablo games? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if BioWare made them or not.
I'd be honored.
I offer a gift of words, an affirmation of who you are and who you will become. I see the sadness behind your eyes.
I do like BioWare
It tells
games.
a story that makes me want to weep.
Something that really makes me
but it drives you, makes you strong. It is that strength.
I'm a little embarrassed to admit I have never played the Dragon Age games.
Others follow without question.
So
you will need that leadership.
I really want to get into. I want to play those at some point because I know I would like them.
But it is not who you will become. It only forms the basis for your future greatness. Remember these words when doubt descends.
More like Divinity Original Sin. I haven't played that. I have played XCOM though. XCOM is a tactical turn-based strategy game, right? I have played XCOM and XCOM 2. I have both those games. I haven't played them a ton, but I do have them on the PC. Well, I think like everybody that has if they play on the PC, they probably have lots of games through various digital platforms that they get their games from.
You have quite a gift, Chora.
Thank you. Not everyone appreciates it as you do. Never underestimate the power of words. Here, Commander. In light of your efforts with the Elcor Ambassador, I would like you to have this small trinket.
What is it?
A small mystery. I have never learned its use or purpose, but I sense it is time for me to pass it on. And now I must ask you to leave. I have done everything I can for you. Remember my words, Commander Shepard. They will give you strength.
Oh, thank you, Chora. Okay, so we turned that quest in. There's one more quest we need to turn in. What was it? Without looking at the menu. Oh, you know what we need to do? Yeah, let's just go ahead and look at it. Oh yeah, we need to go back and talk to Emily Wong. Let's go to the med clinic. That'll... Inquisition was buggy. Yeah, I wouldn't know. I haven't played either of the Dragon Age games. Pillars of Eternity. I haven't played Pillars of Eternity either. I think I have it though. I think I bought it on a Steam sale for like $5 one time. If I remember correctly.
Word on the street is that you've been busy. Congratulations on taking down Fist. I was sure he was a big player in anything going on here. Did you find anything in his office that could help me?
These OSDs might have the information you're looking for.
You've got Fist's files? This could be even bigger than I'd hoped. Here, Commander, for your trouble.
No, I don't have Pillars of Eternity. Oh, it was made by Obsidian Entertainment. Didn't they make, excuse me. Hang on one second. Sorry about that, I had to clear my throat. Didn't Obsidian make, they made, what was that game that's similar to Fallout, in outer space? What was that called? I can't remember it either. Okay, maybe that's where I have it. Yes, I do have the Epic Game Store, and I do get my game. I've been doing it for about a year and a half. I've been picking up my weekly game for free. So, if it's been within the last year and a half, then yes, I do have Pillars of Eternity.
What would my future cooperation be worth? Say,
but I've never played
an interview when my investigation is over?
Exclusive? You talk to me before you talk to anyone else? That would be worth quite a bit, and I'd be very happy to compensate you accordingly. Here you are. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should go see what's on these discs.
Yeah, I'm looking at the pictures here of Pillars of Eternity. I guess it looks like Diablo type games. Maybe that's why I thought it was similar to Diablo. Let's come up here real quick, and because I think this fast travel point doesn't unlock until you unlock this door.
Sorry, I'm kind of busy right now. So, what can I do for you?
What were you discussing with the Volus?
Who, Doran? Oh, I was just asking him about my sister. See, she worked for Doran before she left to... Ugh, sorry. I don't want to bore you with my problems.
I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
Well, okay. My sister Jenna left here to go work at Chora's Den. The problem is, she's working as an informant for CSEC. You know, eavesdropping on the people there. If they find out what she's doing, they'll kill her.
Being an informant is a dangerous job.
That's what I've been telling her. I don't know. Sometimes I think she stays there just to spite me.
I hope it works out.
Oh, that's not what I want to do.
All right.
Welcome to Flux. Name's Doran. Enjoy your time.
Hey, thanks for the talk earlier. I hope I didn't bore you with the stories about my sister.
You know who her contact at CSEC is?
No, it's all very secret. Last time I asked an officer, he told me to stay out of it, for Jenna's safety.
Maybe I could help her understand just how dangerous Chora's Den is.
Would you? That'd be great. Just don't tell her I sent you. Well, I should get back to work before I get in trouble. Thanks.
All right, I don't know if I'm going to do this quest right now. Let me look at my my time here. I'm an hour into the broadcast. Yes, Outer Worlds. Thank you. I was having a hard time coming up with the name. Very interesting. Yeah, that's right. Obsidian did Fallout New Vegas, which I liked New Vegas. I'm not a big fan of Fallout 3. I don't know. It's just Fallout 3 just seemed like a chore to me. But I did like Fallout New Vegas. I loved the story. I loved Fallout 4. Some people got really bent out of shape about Fallout 4 who were big Fallout 3 fans. I guess maybe I'm just easier to please than others. Let's go to CSEC. Yeah, the Outer Worlds. I downloaded it on my PC, started to play it, and then I don't know. I didn't lose it. I guess I did lose interest in it because I stopped playing it. But maybe one of these days I'll pick it back up.
One sec, looking you up. Commander Shepard, here with the Alliance military. First time on the Citadel, that about right?
Yep.
How did you know all that?
I'm the CSEC requisitions officer. I need to make sure our buyers are authorized. So, will you be purchasing anything today, Commander Shepard?
Show me what you've got.
Sounds good. Just let me set you up. Oh, this must be a mistake. System's telling me to offer you our select stock. Spectre.
Spectre?
Well, I heard about that, but I didn't realize it was you. Sorry, Commander.
It's all right.
Just show me what you've got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you, Commander. Enjoy.
Yeah, it's not like I can afford anything here anyway. Let's see if there's a license or something down here. I'll buy both of those. Even though I never use grenades in this game, hardly. I didn't even use them in that one mission on Pharaohs. All you gotta do is, like, knock the guys out. Okay. time to go to the Normandy.
In other news, Exogeny Corp is still denying reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster.
Oh, that's too bad.
When asked why communication with the survey team was suddenly cut off last week, company officials refused to comment.
Them darn company officials. Oh yeah, yeah. I have a gameplay editor.
I've got big
on
news
the
for you,
PC.
Shepard. Captain Anderson
Sometimes
is stepping
I get
down as commanding officer of the Normandy.
Sometimes I get, I guess,
she's quick and quiet, and you know
tempted to use it.
Perfect ship for a
Spectre. To get myself unlimited credits or whatever, just to buy everything. So that's one of the reasons why I'm playing on the PlayStation right now.
I'll take good care of her.
Because I can't. I'm sure there's probably cheats and console editors and different things for the PlayStation, but I have no idea how I would even use them.
I want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
What kind of leads do we have?
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The conduit. He's got us get.
So you mentioned you're from India, is that correct?
We had reports of Geth in the Pharaoh system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Yeah, no, trust me, yeah, for Mass Effect 3, definitely. There's so many weapons in that game, you can't make enough money to buy them all and upgrade them all. I was really big into Mass Effect, the online co-op, back in 2012 and 2013. Played it a ton. I was actually Indian. Yeah, I've never. So what time is it where you're at right now? It's probably exactly opposite of where I'm at. Like it's I mean, what time is it here? It's 12:38 p.m. here, so it's just afternoon where I live. I just think stuff like this is very 11:48 at night. Yeah, so we're 13 or 11 hours difference, 13 hours, whatever. Something like that. We're almost 12 hours difference. 13 hours difference, yeah. Yeah, there's a guy that I follow on Twitch, and he's got a very small following as well. I kind of like the smaller following folks. And he was playing Horizon Zero Dawn, and so I started chatting with him, and of course he's got the camera up. And if I played this on the PC, I'd have my camera up too. I probably could figure out how to make the camera work on the PlayStation, but I just haven't. But I have my microphone plugged in here and instead. But anyway, yeah, he's from Hungary. And he's a Hungarian, and so it was one of those things. I was like, oh, I knew nothing about his country or anything in history. So I just, like, one night for like 4 hours, I just started reading about it and deep dive into his culture and everything. And I don't know, I just think that's what makes incredible about these type of communities. We're brought together by various games. And where you get to meet people from around the world, and there are very different cultures than you, very different backgrounds than you, different upbringings, different situations, but yet we're all humanity together. And at the end of the day, I think we all want very similar things. I just think that's incredible about people in general, So, admittedly, I don't know a lot about Indian culture. Just very, very brief things from what I learned in school when I was younger. But, and most of that had to do with learning it from a British side, from India being a colony of the United Kingdom for a while. So admittedly, I don't know that much about it. It really abandoned India until a few years ago. So why So I hear about games being banned, like in China, for example. I know China is very restrictive on what they. But so is India similar in terms of what content they control from, I guess from the West, or is it a cultural thing? Problematic scenes. Okay, that's what I was wondering. So it's, I remember when Mass Effect 1 first came out, just the scenes, okay. Yeah, when Mass Effect 1 came out, there was the more conservative elements, here in the United States. There was, when I say the elements, I'm talking about like the media, some of the conservative media. They ran articles about how the Mass Effect was just nothing but an alien sex simulator. And of course, I had played the game by the time these reports came out, and I'm like, there's like a 30-second clip in there, and you can skip it if you want. And that's if you choose to romance anybody, and that's if you choose to. And I'm just like, oh, whatever. I mean, it's amazing what we get all hot and bothered about, but yet, I don't know. It's, I think there's a lot of hypocrisy in the world on a lot of, not just one side or another side, or however many sides there are to various things. I just look at it and I just kind of laugh.
The Reapers are the real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard.
I'm going to put it on mute here for just a second. Got some pretzels here. I'm going to crunch it in your ear.
The conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the conduit, and we stop the Reapers from returning.
I'll stop it.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans.
I think the first time I played through,
it might be a good idea to try and find her.
I didn't know there were romance options.
Her name's Liara, Dr.
But
Liara Tassoni.
just through the course of talking with the characters, I started developing. My character, my Shepard, was flirting with Ashley, and then I didn't want to have a relationship with Liara because I was trying to have a relationship with Ashley. But it's harder to establish one with Ashley than it's Liara. Liara, it's like you have two conversations with her, and she's basically proposing marriage or something, So, but I actually like Liara a lot. I love her character, especially as the series goes on.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
Your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole.
Shut up,
you mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
That's your job.
I'll take care of Saren. You take care of the political fallout.
Not exactly the answer I was looking for, Shepard. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre. I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
Yeah, not really. See you later, bro. We're gonna get on the ship here. We've waited way too long. We're running around the center over 2 playthroughs here. Okay. Let's get the Codex entries. See you later, Anderson. We already know about your story. How would I rate the Mass Effect companions? Oh, that's a great question.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
Heard what happened to
Man.
Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics.
There's been
watch your back, Commander.
tons and tons of videos and articles that have been written and done about this topic. That's a tough question. I think to get the full picture of your companions, I think you have to consider the ones that are around for all 3 games, which really limit it to Garrus and Tali. Even though Liara's in the second game, she's not a companion. And Caden Ashley, or Caden/Ashley, obviously only a companion in 1 and 3 as well. Wrex is only available in 1. Am I missing somebody from 1? That's right. Kaidan, Ashley, Wrex, Liara, Garrus. Who am I missing? Did I say Tali? Tali, Wrex, Garrus. There's 4 down there, but yeah, no, it's 6. Tali, yeah. Tali and Garrus are the only 2 that are in who can be a companion in all 3 games. Even though technically Liara can be a companion during the Shadow Broker DLC. Anyway, so I agree with you. Garrus is always like my number 1 companion. Not only does his character, like his skills match up. He's so multifaceted. He can handle any situation. He's not biotic, obviously, but he's got tech. He's got combat. And he's just so well-rounded just to bring on missions. I'm honestly, though, for how I'd rate the companions, Garrus, I know you say number 1. He's going to be number 2 in my book. Number 1 for me is always going to be Liara. Even though she's only in the second game less than Garrus, but she's got, in my opinion, the Shadow Broker DLC is the best DLC in the game. I mean, Leviathan is fantastic. But Shadow Broker DLC it set the bar, in my opinion, for how DLCs are written and how they interact with the base game. I loved it. I loved every bit of it. Liara is always my number 1. The OG characters for Mass Effect 1 really are the best. You get to know. No, it's not my phone ringing. You get to know the characters in 2 less so. I do like Miranda. Not a big fan of Jacob. Jacob and Kaidan. Obviously, Kaidan from here in Mass Effect 1. Kaidan's kind of boring. Jacob's character, and so this is kind of controversial. People get really upset with what they call the Horizon survivor. With the Horizon effect. When you go to Mass Effect 2 and you go to Horizon, you meet Ashley or Kaidan, whichever one's alive. And, of course, then they rebuff you and they tell you how an horrible person you are. And if you're romancing that character in Mass Effect 1, it's done very poorly, in my opinion. And the character gets a lot of flack for that. The Horizon character. Fast forward to Mass Effect 3. Let's say you romance Jacob in Mass Effect 2, if you're FemShep. And then you fast forward to Mass Effect 3, and you go to the mission where you rescue the ex-Cerberus scientist, and Jacob is just there. He's your first interaction you've had with your quote-unquote romanceable partner in Mass Effect 2, and he's just there, and he's in a relationship with somebody else. It's not like Mass Effect 1 before Mass Effect 2 where you died, and maybe your love interest is like, well, I saw you die. I didn't know you were brought back to life. That's not really a thing. It's just, you go back to Earth, you're kind of incarcerated. You're put on house arrest. And Jacob's just like, nah, I'm just going to move on. I'm not going to say anything. And he's just, I think, I just really, really don't like that element of it. Now, that being said, I haven't played with FemShep, so I haven't experienced that, but I've watched people play it that way. And anyway, not a big fan of Jacob. Yeah, it was kind of a stereotypical story, kind of a playing on racial stereotypes there, about the black man leaving his son or daughter, and which is, I'm not sure how it is in your country, but the black population here in the United States, the black children who are raised typically are more often than not raised by their mother or grandparents as opposed to raised by their father. I mean, just on average. And the statistics bear that out. And I think you're right. I think the devs, I think they kind of played on those racial stereotypes there when creating that character. So it's not perfect. It definitely could have done things a little differently, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of his. I know a lot of people love Thane. I'm not a big fan of Thane's character, to be honest with you. I do like his story ends, though. It's a very touching end, but was never really kind of latched onto him as well. trying to think of anybody else memorable in Mass Effect 2. Like I said, I did like Miranda's character. Black as the night on a new moon. So my aunt, so my uncle, he married this lady back in the late 80s, and her sister was adopted, and she was adopted from India. She's about the same age. I'm in my mid-40s, and she's a year younger than me. I'm 44, she's 43, and she's technically not related to me, you know, because it's my uncle, my biological uncle. It's his wife's sister, and he anyway. So she's very dark as well, but we've grew up together, and we're very close. Or she's almost like family. She's like a cousin to me, even though she's not technically my cousin. But she's very dark skinned as well, and her hair is so dark. And one thing I said to her one time when I was a kid, I first met her when I was 10 and she was 9. And when a couple years later, I said to her one time, I said, your hair is so dark, it's almost blue, if that makes any sense. And and I was the first time she'd ever heard someone say that. And she thought it was odd, but as she got older and she went into high school and went to college, she said other people said the same thing. They're like, your hair is kind of almost, it's so dark, it's so black, it almost looks blue in certain light conditions. So, I don't know, it was very, that's my one experience with someone who, at least, so I have someone in I say close family, who was from India. She was adopted though, like I said, when she was about 6 months old. So you're sitting here listening. So Jack's interesting, especially if you romance her. Oh my, I'm gonna have to plug my controller in here. Actually, it's getting close to me. As soon as I get through this cutscene, I'm actually going to stop the playthrough. But yeah, Jack's story is very interesting. Powerful character. I like using Jack, especially in the missions where there's going to be lots of husks, because that shockwave is just OP in Mass Effect 2. Samara, never really big a fan of Samara. Zaid and Kasumi, again, not a big fan of either of those characters. Legion, I thought Legion was a missed opportunity by the devs, to be personally honest with you, because if you pick Legion up too early in the game, your crew is going to die. And you know what I mean when I say that. And so you have to wait to get him until almost towards the end of the game, and then you don't have hardly interaction with him in Mass Effect 3, and then obviously it depends on how you play Mass Effect 3, you know, he could die as well. So doctor, engineer, lawyer, accountant, or failure. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, my son's going to college. He's going to be going to college. He's his first year. As a matter of fact, we take him to school here in a couple weeks, and he's going to be studying engineering. I myself, I did not study that. I studied education, and then I went into the business world and manage. I can't talk about a lot of things. What I do, I do work for the U.S. government, but there's some things I can't talk about. But I basically help manage information technology projects. Family of engineers. What kind of engineers are in your family? Like, my son's going to go into electrical engineering. Let's see. Let's go ahead and
Captain Anderson should be
click
the one
through
in charge.
these things.
It's like I'm stealing the ship from him.
Yeah, the captain got screwed. But it's not like you could have stopped it. Nobody's blaming you. Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
This is Commander Shepard speaking.
We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy.
For too long, our species has stood apart from the others.
Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans are made of.
Our enemy knows we're coming.
When we go into the Traverse,
I like
Saren's
this speech
followers
here.
will be
If you
waiting
give the
for
Paragon
us.
speech
But we'll
here,
be
I
ready for them,
really
too.
do like it.
Humanity needs to do this.
Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped. And I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
The Captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to save it here and wrap up the gameplay. It's almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I need to get some lunch. I need to take the dog out because she's looking at me like, you're not playing with me. So I'm going to take the dog outside and go play outside. Maybe throw the ball around. She looked at me like she heard the word ball. So, civil computer science. Here, yes, I'll give you this pretzel. There you go. You can eat a pretzel. There you go. Yeah, so definitely lots of you've got them all covered there, just about. Yeah, thank you for joining in here. Thanks for chatting. And no, you were not bothering me earlier when you mentioned that. Definitely not at all. I do enjoy. Oh, I'm sorry, Christy. I'm sorry. I kicked my dog in the face. No, thank you for joining in here, and I appreciate the conversation. And that's one thing when you're the only one in here, you get my undivided attention. So, but I do appreciate the comments and appreciate the back and forth. And I'll have to think more about it. Maybe I should make a video talking about all of the companions in a certain regard. Garrus and Liara are the top two for me. I love Tali as well. I'm trying to think. James from Mass Effect 3, he's pretty bland, but I do like him better than some of the other more bland characters. Mass Effect 2, I know a lot of people say Mass Effect 2 is their favorite of the series. My opinion, Mass Effect 3 is my favorite in the series. I love it. I'm obsessed with Mass Effect 3. I love the story so much. And especially if you play as a full Paragon Shepard, it's just unparalleled in my opinion. But anyway, thanks for watching. And anybody else, there were 3 people in the 3 people watching the video right now. So for the other 2 that did not jump in here to communicate, that's okay. But thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this playthrough. Hope you enjoyed my ramblings as we are making our way through the galaxy. In part 4, we're going to go to the Artemis Tau cluster. We're going to find lovely Liara as we continue to build out our team and chase Saren across the galaxy. So again, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel for more content, and I will talk to you later. See you guys.